Adam had everything people usually dream of: an okay-paying job, a small apartment in the city, friends to hang out with, and weekends filled with distractions like Netflix, bars, or scrolling through social media. But deep inside, he was struggling. Each day felt like a repeat of the last, and no matter what he did, happiness always seemed just out of reach. He couldn't figure out what was wrong. Why did he feel so stuck? Why did life feel heavy, even when things weren't going terribly? Adam kept telling himself he should be grateful. After all, others had it worse. But the more he tried to ignore his unhappiness, the louder it became. Waking up felt like a chore. Work felt meaningless. Relationships were shallow. He tried yoga, journaling, even booked a solo trip once. Nothing worked. It felt like the world was the problem, not him. One day, while mindlessly watching YouTube, a video popped up titled, "You don't need a new life. You need a new mindset." Something about that line struck him. He clicked it. The speaker talked about how we often look outside ourselves for happiness. More money, better jobs, different people, but real change starts inside. To truly change your life, you have to first change your mindset. The message stuck with him, though he didn't fully get it yet. But it planted a seed. Later that night, he thought about how much energy he spent blaming everything around him for how he felt. The job wasn't exciting. His friends didn't understand him. The world was unfair. But what if it wasn't the world that needed to change? What if it was him? That was the moment Adam's journey truly began. He started small. Each morning, instead of reaching for his phone, he sat for 5 minutes and simply asked himself, "What's one thing I'm thankful for today?" At first, it felt silly, forced, but after a few weeks, he noticed something strange. Those small moments of gratitude made the mornings a little less heavy. He began to look for things to be thankful for: a quiet bus ride, a warm coffee, a smile from a stranger. Adam also changed how he spoke to himself. Instead of saying, "I can't," or "it's too hard," he began to reframe it: "I'm still learning," or "this is tough, but I'll figure it out." He stopped seeing failure as proof that he wasn't good enough and started seeing it as part of growth. This shift in thinking had a ripple effect. His job didn't change, but his attitude toward it did. He looked for meaning in the small things: helping a colleague, finishing a task well, showing up with a better attitude. His friends noticed something different too. He was calmer, more present. Conversations got deeper. One friend even asked, "What's going on with you? You seem lighter." Adam smiled, because he did feel lighter. Science backs up what Adam experienced. According to a 2003 study by psychologists Sonja Lyubomirsky, Kenan M. Sheldon, and David Schcade, only about 10% of our happiness is based on life circumstances. The remaining 90%, that comes from our mindset, actions, and habits. In other words, the way we choose to see and respond to the world shapes our happiness far more than we realize. Even ancient philosophers knew this truth. It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. Epictetus: "It's easy to overlook, but powerful once you understand it." Adam started to see life differently. When things didn't go his way, he no longer spiraled into self-pity. Instead, he asked himself, "What can I learn from this?" Or "How can I grow here?" Challenges became opportunities instead of roadblocks. He also became more mindful of the content he consumed. No more endless scrolling through negativity. Instead, he followed creators who inspired growth, listened to podcasts about self-development, and read books that expanded his thinking. Slowly, his inner world became a safer, more encouraging place to live. And because of that, the outer world didn't seem so dark anymore. It wasn't magic, it was a mindset. Now, when Adam looks back, he realizes happiness wasn't hiding from him. He was just looking for it in the wrong places. He was chasing a better life, but what he really needed was a better lens through which to view his life. So, if you're like Adam, feeling stuck, unsatisfied, or constantly weighed down, consider this. You don't need to change your entire life to feel better. You don't need a new job, a new partner, or a new city right away. Sometimes the first and most powerful step is to change your mindset. Because when you shift the way you think, you shift everything. And just like Adam, you might find that happiness isn't lost. It's just been waiting for you to look at it differently all along.